Guys, welcome back. Trying to make this one a quick one today, but I wanted to show you some of my go-to products and share with you some of the medications I'm taking. And if any of you guys have any suggestions or comments about them, I'd love to hear it because I don't know everything. This is fairly new to me. But this basket here is my go-to basket. Pretty much everything I have in here is what I use for pain relief. That's not narcotic. One of them is my splint, which I put on this hand when I go out so that it doesn't get bumped or hit by anybody. It's just not that comfortable, but it's good to go out with and it's safe. So I have that. Next is the most amazing product I have found on Amazon. It just came across in my search engine. I use heating pads like everybody else on my back, on my neck, on my stomach, for my GI problems. On my hand, I was having a little bit of a hard time because, you know, with the heating pad, it's gonna only get so far. And then this magical thing appeared. It's shaped like a hand. And if you can hear it, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the sound of beads inside of it. And what I do with this is you stick this on a plate in the microwave for about 30 to 40 seconds and it heats up like a heating pad would. So it's not gonna be long lasting, but it's amazing. And I'll use this hand. You stick it on afterwards and voila, it's heaven. It just mushes to everything. You can literally sit there with your hand in a fist, or relax when you're laying down, and it's so comfy. It really does make a difference. Sometimes it just takes away the spasming, or when you're getting those electrical shocks, which some people with CRPS know what I'm talking about. Look this up. It's not that expensive. I believe it comes in a pack of 2, so I have another backup one in case I overuse this, which I probably will. But it's probably about $30, I think. Okay. Next thing I go to is this. If I have neck pain, back pain, even hip, shoulder pain, pretty much anything, this is called Icy Hot Smart Relief. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to open it up for you. It's almost like an at-home stimulator. I would suggest being careful around your areas that flare because you are letting electrical stimulation onto you, and I'm supposed to look into the electrical stim, but I really don't know that I want to do it. But anyway, this pack, it's about $50, I think, comes like this, okay? The electrodes you can see on the back, and it peels right off. You put it onto your body. You take this little unit right here, snap it on, turn it on, and you can just keep turning it on. It goes on for about 10-15 minutes. It's really pretty good. It's for pain relief. It's not so bad. Another thing I go to is the Salon Pause pads. And I use these basically because even though they're not going to get rid of your pain, for some reason for me, they take my mind off the pain. So when I use these, I can use 2 or 3 in one area. It depends on how big your area of pain at the moment is. You can get big ones, small ones. These are pretty small. And they smell like peppermint. So I love, 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 love that. It's really actually very good. Another thing I use is the Salon Pause roll-on. And then my sister-in-law told me that she found a wonder product, Absorbine Plus, which actually she's right. I put it on, it smells horrible. Nobody wants to be in the room with me. It's crazy. But it does actually take some pain away for a little while. So it's pretty decent. I like that a lot. Another thing I got, I just ordered this to try, it's called Sombra Warm Therapy. It's a little jar, you rub it on. It's a cream. It's supposed to give you some warmth, but it really doesn't do much for me. So I don't really use it at all. Okay, that's it for that. what I also want to share with you is my wonderful array of medications. So this here is my medications. Okay. To me, it's a huge amount. However, I do know there are people out there with a crazy amount, much more than this. I've seen people and talked to people that have the ports and they're pushing the liquid forms. So I have to be lucky. So my go-tos right now are Furacet, which I usually try and make sure I have enough supply to keep in the house. They're good for me for the tension headaches and for the neck. Because once they flare up or my hand flares up, then my head flares up. So that's good for that. I have my Lexapro, which is an antidepressant. It's something that people with CRPS, RSD, chronic illnesses of any kind, stomach GI issues, it's actually an antidepressant actually is usually recommended because it can take the edge off whether you know it or not, because it does get depressing, and it's really a good product to go to or think about. Not everybody is there for it. And then I have my Synthroid because I also have hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism depending on the month, because the numbers go up and down. Another product I have, which most of you probably have heard of and used, is gabapentin. Some people have said they like it. Some people have started out with this. My neurologist is starting me on this, and then we will go on to others if this doesn't work. Right now, I'm up to 1,800 milligrams a day. I take 2 pills, which is 600 milligrams 3 times a day. I think it's helping. I'm not quite sure. I really don't know much of a difference, so we might go on to something else. He also has me taking B1. There's all different kinds of B vitamins, but B1 is a really good one. 100, it's good for the energy and it's good for your nervous system. So I take that every day. I had last year a needle biopsy in my hip. And thank God it turned out no cancer. However, they did find out, ironically, that I lack iron. I have no iron at all in my system, is what they told me. So I take these ferrosequels. They're a special iron supplement because the regular iron supplements, as many of you may know, interfere with GI issues. So this one is a good one. It has not bothered me at all. Another new thing that my neurologist gave me is diclofenac cream. And this is something that I rub on my affected hand on top. And it does give me some relief for a while. So this is a product right now I like. He did tell me that eventually it will not quite work as well as it does now, because once it starts spreading more, if it does, and I'm kind of leaning towards it's starting to spread, that may not work. And then I just have my trusty old Benadryl I keep, which is basically for anytime I start anything new. Gotta have the Benadryl. Everybody needs to have that in the house. That's really it, except for the fact that I went to the doctor and the rash that I had yesterday, all over, they're not really quite sure what it is. So I have this, which is a menstrual dose pack. Excuse me, cough. And this is a steroid. So I'm not thrilled with taking steroids, but at least I only have 4 more days of that. That's really it. The only thing I wanted to show you was this amazing thing that I found. I'm in love with this. It's crazy that I'm in love with this object, but this is my beautiful pill holder. And it is so colorful and I absolutely love it. And if you open it up, you see inside, there's 7 days worth of containers. And you know that each container has 4 compartments and I can pretty much put everything in there. So it works really, really well. And it just looks pretty. It looks pretty in my little box here. It gives me some pleasure. So that is really all I have to say for today. I hope that everybody out there is doing the best they can today and trying to keep positive, and every day try and find one thing that makes you happy. And if you can do more than that, great. If not, one thing, just one thought, one person, one activity, something to make you happy. And that'll keep you going. So thank you for watching for today. Don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time watching. Okay? Bye, guys.